Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. A WWE Hall of Famer has shared his bold prediction for a potential match between Rhea Ripley and Dominik Mysterio at WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. Recently, Mick Foley revealed a major possible stipulation for this contest if it were to happen at the grandest stage of them all. As of now, 2 matches have been confirmed for WrestleMania. One is Gunther versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship, and the other is Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair for the WWE Women's Championship. The challengers of Rhea Ripley and Cody Rhodes will be determined in the upcoming men's and women's Elimination Chamber matches. That being said, in an interview with Casino Beats, Mick Foley advocated for an encounter between the Eradicator and Dominik Mysterio. He specifically mentioned wanting to see Ripley get revenge on the Judgment Day star for backstabbing her at SummerSlam 2024. The WWE Hall of Famer felt an intergender match stipulation would be a suitable way for this to happen. Last week on Monday Night Raw, Mammy inadvertently cost Io Sky her spot in the Women's Elimination Chamber match against Liv Morgan. The confirmed 6 members for the match are Morgan, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Naomi, and Roxanne Perez. The genius of Sky cut an emotional promo on social media. The damaged CTRL member stated that she was unable to process that her WrestleMania dream was crushed due to the Eradicator's mistake. This week on WWE's flagship show, Rhea Ripley met Io Sky backstage and told her that after speaking to Adam Pearce, it was confirmed that the 2 women would compete for the Women's World title on Raw after the Elimination Chamber Premium Live event. Fans will have to wait and see if the Nightmare and Dominik Mysterio will face each other in an intergender match at WrestleMania 41. The WWE Universe was in shock. What started as a whisper had erupted into a full-blown storm. Rhea Ripley versus Dominik Mysterio at WrestleMania 41. The Judgment Day had been falling apart ever since Ripley's injury. Without her dominance, cracks formed. Damian Priest's leadership clashed with Finn Balor's experience, and J.D. McDonagh struggled to prove his worth. But no story had the fans more intrigued than the growing tension between Rhea Ripley and Dominik Mysterio. For over a year, Dominik had been Mamie's boy under Ripley's protection. She turned him from a timid son living in his father's shadow into a ruthless, arrogant heel. But things had changed. And now, WrestleMania 41 could see the ultimate betrayal. It all started when Rhea Ripley returned from injury on Monday Night Raw. Dominik was in the ring, flanked by Finn Balor and J.D. McDonagh. He was speaking about how Judgment Day had stayed strong in Rhea's absence, how the group had survived despite setbacks. That's when Rhea Ripley's music hit. The crowd erupted as the Eradicator marched to the ring, her gaze locked on Dominik. She didn't smile. She didn't embrace him. She looked disappointed. Dominik opened his arms. "Mammy, you're back." Ripley yanked the mic from his hand. "Don't mammy me." The crowd gasped. Dominik looked confused. What? What did I do?" Ripley's voice was cold. "I was gone for a few months, and you let everything fall apart." The tension was thick. Even Finn Balor and J.D. McDonagh stepped back. Ripley continued, "I made you. I took you in when no one else wanted you. And the second I'm gone, you start losing. You start making mistakes. You start getting soft." Dominik stammered, "Mamie, Ripley interrupted, "I trusted you, Dom. But maybe I made a mistake." The crowd oohed. Dominik's face turned pale. "Mamie, no. I did everything for you. I tried to keep Judgment Day together." Ripley smirked. "Really? Because from what I've seen, you've been getting distracted, hanging around Liv Morgan, getting accused of things by Jade Cargill, losing to Jey Uso, getting embarrassed week after week." Dominik looked desperate now. "I can fix this." Ripley shook her head. "No, Dom. You need to be taught a lesson." Then she said the words that shook the WWE Universe. "At WrestleMania 41, I'm challenging you to a match." The news sent shockwaves through the wrestling world. Fans speculated, was this real? Would WWE actually book Rhea Ripley versus Dominik Mysterio at the biggest event of the year? Then, on an episode of The Bump, WWE Hall of Famer and legend Booker T weighed in. "Look, man," Booker said, rubbing his chin. "If Rhea Ripley and Dominik Mysterio are really gonna go at it at WrestleMania, there's only one way to do it right." The panel leaned in. "It's gotta be a loser leaves Judgment Day match." The room erupted. Booker continued, "This ain't just about a fight. This is about who really runs Judgment Day. Ripley's been the backbone of that group for a long time. But Dominik? He's trying to prove he doesn't need her anymore. If they're gonna fight, it has to mean something. The loser? They walk away from Judgment Day forever." The idea spread like wildfire. Social media exploded with reactions. On SmackDown, Dominik finally responded. Standing backstage with Kathy Kelly, he was asked the question directly. "Dominik, after Rhea Ripley's challenge and Booker T's loser leaves Judgment Day idea, do you have a response?" Dominik clenched his jaw. Rhea Ripley is the most dominant woman in WWE history. She's strong, she's brutal, and she's the reason Judgment Day became what it is. He looked into the camera. "But she's wrong about one thing. I didn't fall apart without her. I survived. I kept this group together when she was gone. And now she thinks she can just come back and walk all over me." He shook his head. "No. If she wants a fight at WrestleMania, fine. But if I'm going to do this, it has to be on my terms." He took a deep breath. Booker T had the right idea. "Rhea, you want this fight? Then let's make it official. At WrestleMania 41, Dominik Mysterio versus Rhea Ripley. Loser leaves Judgment Day." The WWE Universe lost it. The following Raw, Rhea Ripley stood in the ring, staring at the WrestleMania sign. She smirked. "You finally grew a spine, Dom." The crowd cheered. Ripley nodded. "You want loser leaves Judgment Day? You got it. And let me tell you something." She stepped closer to the camera. "When I beat you, you won't just leave Judgment Day. You'll leave WWE with nothing. No power, no backup, no mommy to protect you." She tilted her head, "And you'll only have yourself to blame." Dominik walked onto the stage, microphone in hand. "I'm not afraid of you, Rhea," he said, though his voice wavered slightly. "At WrestleMania, I'm going to prove that I'm more than just your boy. I don't need you anymore. And when I win, Judgment Day will finally be mine." Ripley laughed. "You? Run Judgment Day?" She shook her head. "You're not ready for that, Dom." Dominik smirked. "We'll see." The crowd chanted, "This is awesome," as the two locked eyes. The stakes were sky high. The match was official. Rhea Ripley versus Dominik Mysterio. Loser leaves Judgment Day. Would Ripley prove that Dominik was still just her underling? Or would Dominik finally break free and establish himself as a true leader? One thing was certain. At WrestleMania 41, Judgment Day would never be the same again.